Hey everyone, it's your boy Matt here. Look, I've been really patient with Michael, like exceedingly patient. It started with, hey mate, you've got a problem with your community. You've got all these people who are associated with cyber warfare and they're harassing me and they're actually doing cyber attacks on me. You realize that you're associated with these things. And then I started realizing, wait a second, this is what you want. This is what Michael wants. Michael has never given up his relationships with these people and the command relationships he has with Signals or the army or anything. It may not be as in a very straightforward, structured way, but he wants to have that influence, and he wants to be in a situation where he can either actually direct an attack or he can have enough soft influence that people will do things on his behalf to harass people. He wants to be influential. He wants to be around it all. I want to be influential as well. That makes sense. Um, it The problem is when someone who has that role doesn't act responsibly. And in this situation, he's been actively malevolent and actively directing and actively inciting abuse of me. Um, and he has no claim to any of my work. The people in Signals have no claim to any of the work. They really just enslaved me. I think this is actually a case where we need to test some of our domestic violence laws. Um, for Theo Aliku, when I get to points about him in a second, in New South Wales, I believe there are laws where, like, if you try to coerce and dominate someone, and it doesn't need to be straightforward imprisonment or kidnap, it can actually be considered a jailable offence. And as time goes on, more of it and more of our infrastructure is going to be controlled by people behind a screen who have access to a whole lot of our personal information. And they're going, particularly in Signals and these things, people can monitor your communications. People with these jobs can monitor your communications. And there's these jobs like this which are just working at Telstra, which are like that, where they have access to all the comms about a person. This is my understanding, okay? Like, I'm not saying this as complete testimony, but there are people who have access to that information. Every indication I have, well, actually, not just information. I know that we have similar stuff in Australia to what the NSA were doing that Snowden exposed. Okay, it happens here. With that, we need to start looking at putting consequences for individuals who abuse that authority. So let's take a step back. Government can say we don't do the Edward Snowden thing. We don't have this mass surveillance. All right. Fine. The thing is that regardless if we have the default mass surveillance or not, there are going to be people who have access to the computer systems who are going to be able to type away at the keyboards to spy on someone. Regardless if that is something which is being done, like, just because we have warrants, like if we have a warrant to do something, that means there's going to be people who can do that same thing. The government has that capability to spy on a person through their electronic infrastructure, and those people are likely might also have the ability to hack. Those people, what's stopping them from doing that work without the warrant, if they're that person with that capability? Okay? And because Michael was associated with the offensive cyber warfare arm, all those people do this without a warrant. They have utilities at ASD which assist them. They've already got programs and they've got things. They've got like the Photoshop equivalent of hacking. They have all these different tools which are already available for them to do specific things. They have packages. They have documentation of weaknesses in different devices, saying how you can hack it and these are called 0 days. Otherwise, they've got applications which kind of make it quite simple to do a lot of these cyber attacks. And you've got a lot of very Machiavellian people who are attracted to this work. They want to break things. Some of them like to break people. You've got an old veteran with his dog walking around, playing up how traumatized he is and how he's got this person who stole his work, like, because, you know, he's fuck off. How the fuck did I steal? And it's a bad situation. And it's a situation where we need to start having laws in place, if we don't have already, to deal with this kind of abuse. Because there's going to be more and more people with these capabilities as time goes on, right? Like, we are going to develop a larger offensive cyber warfare program, no matter what. It's just the nature of our world. So there's going to be a whole lot of other people who have these capabilities soon. The government doesn't need to admit to having mass surveillance. They don't want to. We just need to have the laws in place to prosecute people who are misusing their access to surveillance infrastructure. We also need to... And I think those same laws should be applied to people like Theo Aliku. So Theo, he took it on as a mission to ruin my life using his police powers. He's an investigator at the Australian Health Practitioner Registration Agency, and all my videos are demonetized. Apparently I'm spreading misinformation, but he doesn't tell me what the misinformation is. He just says it's misinformation. So I have no idea, and the truth is that he wouldn't know either, because he's a fucking moron. Like, he has no healthcare training. He goes after me, who's literally registered on their board as a provisional psychologist. And first of all, he was saying that I was impersonating a provisional psychologist. I'm on the fucking website, you moron. And then from that, it's just been hell ever since. He's a fuckwit. And this guy's the guy who's saying that I'm spreading misinformation. He can't identify what misinformation is. So I'm dealing with that. And he just got to be in his bonnet. I think he may have networked. I have no idea. Michael's a Machiavellian motherfucker. So, it would not surprise me if Theo and them linked up at some point. But I have no idea. I have no idea about that. All I know is that this guy has misbehaved so much, and he's silenced someone, and he's attempted to dominate and control them. For whatever reason, I think it's because I had to develop somewhat of a personal relationship with him to try and de-escalate the problems, remembering that I work with people coming out of juvenile detention. So I developed relationships with people to try and get the best out of them. And I think whilst I tend to be quite respectful and kind and friendly, and if I can make friends with people, I do, he kind of saw me, tacked onto it, and then tried to dominate and control me. And it's been fucking hellish. And I would like that guy to go to prison if he could. And I think Michael probably also should go to prison. Or at least the people who've been doing things in his name should go to prison. And we need to have laws in place, because what's going to stop or start enforcing the laws? Because there's going to have been situations based on the character of these people, because these people are not good people a lot of the time. That's my experience. There's going to be instances either which have occurred or are going to occur where these people are going to abuse their ex-girlfriends, or just people in the community they don't like a teacher from high school they want to prank or something. They're going to have done it, or they're going to do it in the future. And I'm one of the cases where it has happened, and we need to start making sure these people go to prison when they do this shit. Right? This is not a capability which the nation is even if you say, okay, we need mass surveillance, right? You make that case, right? You can't make the case that people who have access to those tools, or if you take the step back and it's not even mass surveillance, and we just have people with the capability to do this on a defined basis, when those people are misusing that capability, they should be fucking in prison. Okay? That is never acceptable. Either way, that's my rant. Good night, everyone. Oh. Yeah, it's... Yeah. Cheers.